What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here, and we are about to graph a quadratic inequality. Say what? Oh, it's going to be dope. All right, get your coloring pencils ready, okay, because we're going to be doing some shading with this one. All right, let's get after it. So, first things first, we graph these the exact same as we normally would graph a quadratic equation. So, I need to find my vertex first, right? Well, I can use x equals the opposite of b divided by 2a, that little formula, to figure that out. So I'm going to have x equals, the opposite of b would be positive 4 divided by 2 times 1. So that's going to be 4 divided by 2, which is 2. That's going to be my x coordinate of my vertex. How do I get my y coordinate of the vertex? I need to plug it back in. So I'm going to have 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 3. So I get 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So 2, negative 1 is my vertex. Off and rolling. Check it out. 2, negative 1. Boom. First point down. Woo. All right. I can also get my axis of symmetry, right? Boom. If I want to graph that, there we go. And then let's see here. We can write that in. We get x equals positive 2 for that. All right. Now, we got to pick some points, right? How about I make a little t-chart? A little t-chart usually helps. So if I do that, I've got x, I got y. I know my vertex is 2, negative 1, so I'll throw that down here kind of in the middle of it. And then I could pick, how about 1 and 0, okay? So if I plug in 1, here, I'm going to get 1 minus 4 is negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So we get 1, 0. And then if I plug in 0, everything's gone except for that 3. There we go. And then I can reflect those points over that axis of symmetry. That's the whole point of having that thing there. Now, when I graph this, I need to pay attention to the inequality. Since this inequality is not equal to, it's strictly less than, it's going to be a dashed line. So let's graph that. I decided to change them all to pink. I figured that might show up all right. I'm going to go ahead and just dash my parabola there. Boom. Wonderful. And then there's one more part. We got a shade, okay? That's part of inequalities. So if I want to be less than this graph, I'm going to be shading below it. If you're ever not sure, you can always test a point. If I plugged in, say, this point here, the origin, 0, 0, right? If I plug in 0, I'm going to get 3 on the right-hand side, okay? So I'm going to do this right down here. 0 in for my y. I have 0 in for all my x's. I'm going to be left with 0 is less than 3. Is that a true statement? Yeah, 0 is less than 3. So that means I'm shading on this part where that point 0, 0 exists on the graph. That is it for this one. We can write down our x-intercepts if we'd like. I guess we have them, right? We got we have positive 1, comma 0, and we have positive 3, comma 0. And then I also have my y-intercept of 0, comma 3. They're written there, not always part of these types of problems. The main thing is graphing it, getting your points on there, and shading is generally what's required for graphing a quadratic inequality. That's it. That's awesome. See you guys later.